Hello everyone, and welcome to day 2 of managing your time for success. Great, we're back, and I hope you have done your homework for yesterday. So, today we are going to talk about priorities. We are going to talk about setting priorities for ourselves. So, the topic is something where the rubber meets the road, right? We are going to talk and look at how we show up every day and look at everything from a bird's eye view, okay? And let's see how we can design our days in discipline. And that's what is all about managing yourself and managing your time, right? So, what we're going to talk about today is something that you are waiting for most of it during the course, right? And tomorrow is going to be equally important. So, for those of you who have done your homework, great, well done. And if you haven't done the homework for day 1 yet, please, pause this right now, go and finish that, and then move ahead. Okay? So, for all the people who have done this, now you need to create a discipline. Now that you have revisited your goals, you have set your time allocation, you understand what time allocation is, you understand how you can build up on your energy, and you know that time is money, it's time for us to move ahead. Most people say that something that they really know is fine, but taking action is what is very important, and that's what I want you to do. That's why I told you, stop the video if you haven't taken action for yesterday's stuff. Do that and then come back, okay? And I know, if you are here, if you are here at this point in time and you have showed up over here, you're serious about making this change in your life. So for those of you who did your task yesterday, how did you feel? Did it feel stuck, or did it make you feel good once you realized how your time allocation really would come up, or you have briefly put that in place to see what exactly really matters to you? Whatever your answer is, write it down in your notepad right now and comment over it, right? And yeah, today we are talking about prioritizing. It's about structuring your week. And once you go through that, once you go through this today, it's going to be so much simpler. And mostly you will be able to take care of the things that I'm going to be talking about today. And we are going to talk about how you can set your priorities. Okay? Whatever matters to you, you make time for it. Isn't that true? If it matters to you, whatever happens, whatever is there, you will ensure that you will make time for it. But by now, if you have done your yesterday's homework, yesterday's exercises, you know what matters to you. You already have connected with that. What's your purpose? You're already aware, and you know your big why. Why are you doing all these things, right? Now, here is the hard truth. And the hard truth is this: the results you see in your business or in your career is the reflection of how you plan your weeks, how you prioritize your work. And if you want more profits, you must get proactive. Now, you can't build a 6 figure or a 7 figure business by randomly doing certain things, right? If you are reactive, then you are not in control of your results because you're always reacting to something. You don't have what's planned for what is it that you want to create. And then when we are working throughout the day, just to realize nothing has really moved ahead, right? It's really sad. So you should know what is the result that you're trying to produce. And how do you get proactive about all these things? So once you understand this, it will not require more than 10 to 15 minutes every single week for you to create your plan for that week, right? Excited to know, right? Excited to know about this. So it's very important that you connect with all these things. So once you get the flow, okay, once you get this flow, you will be able to move ahead very smoothly. But before you do that, we need to bring things back to what we desire the most. Understand, this is the core, this is the why. What is it that you desire the most? Okay, so now while you're building your business, are you desiring more money? You're desiring more profits, you're desiring more time, you're desiring more flexibility, you're desiring more fulfillment, or you're desiring more freedom. What is it? So let's start again with your dreams and your goals. What matters to you the most? And I want you to see your priorities in a whole new way. Okay, although you may be knowing your goals, you may be, but I want you to see that in a whole new way. I want you to start aligning your work, the work that you are doing right now. So think about how you want to work. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to picture that in our mind. Picture what it looks like by seeing it, by visualizing it, by holding that image in your mind. So, just like we did yesterday, there's going to be three parts to the process of prioritizing, okay? And it's all about designing your weeks and your days, okay? So, we are going to design them. And I know that you care about your work by default, but you go about it by default is like reactive. And I don't want you to be reactive, right? You have to be able to design it. So, we're going to go forward and we are going to look at it by design and not by default. Okay, so we know what successful people do. They go by design, they plan it out. So everyone who's successful is not doing it by default. It's not that they don't know what the hell is going on. Excuse me, I've really got a very bad throat, but anyway, this is something which is important. So let's start doing things by design. Does that sound good? Are you ready? Are you ready to design your weeks to ensure that you can create success for yourself? It's going to take a little work, but once you sit down and do it, it's not as hard as you think. Okay, sometimes people feel, "Arey, plan banao, then whether you're going to follow through or no, it's so really difficult, you make so much." No, so it's not going to be that difficult. Okay, so let's set it up. So first we are going to design your dream day. We're going to design your dream day. Why are we doing this? As a result that we get, okay? Whatever results that we want to get, you know that they are ones, that is something that you created in your mind. So even if you go and look at in the past, like any of the results that you have achieved, you already had thought about it in your mind. And that's exactly what we are going to do when you're going to create your dream day. We create our reality, so we're going to take charge of it, and let's take control of it. Okay, let's design the day and the week. So maybe you have done this exercise before, or whatever, you might have done it in a different way, but let's build on it. And if you haven't done this before, it's a great place to start. I'm telling you, if you do it, now if you do not provide your mind with the outcome or the results that you desire, then someone else will provide it for you. So you got to tell your mind what is the outcome and what is the result that you desire, uh, towards your goal or towards that particular day, or towards that particular week. Okay, so everybody else is going to give their task to you if you do not know what you want to be doing. Okay, everybody else's priority will become your priority because you do not know what your own priority is. And if you don't have your own plan, then someone else is going to have, their plans, and you got to fit into that plan, right? Now this is the reason we have to see and really connect and be crystal clear why we want what we want. Why are we working on it? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Right? And so we are going to design this. We are going to design your dream day. What people would, so when you're thinking of a dream day, how does your dream day really look like? Probably you're waking up, you're doing all the things that you really want, meditate, exercise, this, that, then go into the workflow, do some real productive work. Okay, whatever it could be for you. Okay, so think about what people would be involved. What would you be doing? What would your day, begin like? Where would you be going? What would be the environment around? I want you to dream and think about all these things. Just get more descriptive as you can. Just write it down. Describe your entire day. I want my dream day to really look like this. Okay. So in my one-to-one coaching sessions with my clients, we go deeper into it. And you are actually the director of your life. And imagine that you are creating a movie. Okay. So look at the future and start to add these elements of emotions, just like the movie director does. So imagine that you're directing a movie for that day, your dream day, you're directing that particular movie. Put in all the elements of emotion, put in all the elements that you want to achieve results over, put in all the elements of where you want to precisely be putting your time. Okay, just write it down as a description. Get it really clear, something that you see and feel as to how your day should really look like, and start to program that in your life. Okay, when I say that start to program that in your life means daily you imagine and you create it for yourself. And this is the first thing. Design your dream day. So you know how to go about it, right? You are just take a piece of paper, write down how you want your day to really look like, who are the people involved, how do you feel, what is the environment like. Just put down all these things. Sometimes we want our day to really look like a perfect day, but vastly it does not look like that. It completely looks different. So visualize your day, see what you want to create. Okay, so if you feel frustrated, oh, this sounds really lousy, I don't know what it is, the day is very hectic, if this has been you don't want that, right? In that case, you if you're thinking about the hecticness and all these things, you're bringing in a lot of negative energy, and you don't want such energy to drive your day. So visualize your day. Okay, so today onwards, what you're going to do is, you know how to allocate time, you know how to work on your energies, you know time is money. What you're going to do is, early morning when you wake up, you probably visualize your day and you actually start creating that in your mind, right? This is what I want to get done first, or this is because those 5 minutes of your visualization of how your day needs to be is going to set the tone for the entire day for you, and actually help you manage yourself better, because time, as I said, it's 24 hours for everybody. So visualize your day so that you can align your actions to this. Okay, and then you have learned yesterday about time allocation, delegate certain stuff, do certain stuff yourself, or put it in the schedule, or so whatever compartment, whatever quadrant it falls under, work on that. So picture your day and write it down, feel it, see it, and really connect with it. Cool, isn't? It's very easy. But you know what? What's important when you really want to create these differences, you do it. It's not only about hearing of what I say and you feel that, oh, I know about it, but everything on the world that you know is only something that is going to give you result when you put it into action. So the next one is, when you connect with your dreams and your goals, you know what your top priorities are, because you know this is what you want to be moving towards, you know, in the year. This is my goal. So you know that this is a priority. This is what I want to create. And you start actually aligning with your top priorities. Most of the time, people ask me, how do I prioritize now? If you're not connected with your why, you're not connected with your goals, there's always going to be this question. So get more focused on what you want to be doing. Okay. So next thing you're going to do is categorize. Okay, categorize. Have about like 7, 8 items, like your personal time, your family time, your health, your work time, maybe your commuting time, your self-care time, whatever it could be. There are minutes in the margin, and figure that out. Figure those minutes out, where you're going to plug in what. Okay, think what is not negotiable, think what is something that you need to do. Say for example, 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours you got to sleep. That's not negotiable. You got to build in your physical energy. Okay, so don't compromise on your sleep. That's the most important part of the entire human cycle. Okay, 8 hours, maybe you want to focus on your work. Say it's your business time. Most of the time, you should spend, time on money making activities. That is what you should be doing. And the remaining 8 hours, like you bifurcate them. The remaining 8 hours, you have time for your family, your friends, your hobbies, your health, your spirituality, your me time, whatever it could be. Now you can bifurcate these 8 hours as you wish. Maybe 1 hour you want to allocate to something, 1 hour you want to do this, 15 minutes in a day you want to catch up with your friends somewhere, or you want to work on your hobby for an hour in a day, or whatever it could be. 1 hour, 2 hour, you can bifurcate it the way you want, but you understand one thing, you have 8 hours. Now it could be some household cleaning that you want to do, you want to, set up, maybe declutter stuff. Just plan that out. Put it into the scheduled task because it's important. Now, block those things and spend most of the time on those activities that really matter to you. Normally, at the start of the day, decide the top three things you want to do in a day and focus on that completely. How you spend your time is more important than how you spend your money. Money mistakes can be corrected, but time, once it's gone forever. Okay? So top priorities that you want to, you know for sure that what is my priority in life, what is my priority in business, and then align that work with the time allocation. Okay, and then work towards it. I'm going to actually play a small clip over here and see what message you are getting out of it.
Though there's never enough time to do everything.
So the sand and the pebbles represent the small daily tasks we fill our lives with. If we don't fit our big rocks in first, our lives will fill only with sand and pebbles, small, small things that we are doing, which is not really making a difference. So the big rocks play a very important role. But if we start with our big rocks, you realize we create room for whatever is important in life. And the sand and the pebbles can only fill the space in between. Now, this exercise will help you align how you spend your time with your real priorities, that is, your big rocks. So, your real priorities are actually those big rocks. Okay, I want you to answer these questions. What is the single biggest thing that zaps your time at present? Something that is negative or unwanted, which is a time zapper. Write that down right now. What is the single biggest thing that zaps away your time? Write it down in your notepad. After you finish writing that, write down what needs to change. And take a few moments to consider what's truly important to you in your life right now. If giving time to your kids is important, that has to be on a top priority list for you, and do that. If making a sales call is important, put it on your top priority list and make it. If developing that product is important, put it in your plan. It's truly important. Okay? What are your top three priorities in your life and your business? Make a list of whatever pops in your mind and set your day to start with these top three things that matter to you the most and align your day accordingly. Yeah? It is going to make a lot of difference. So answer these questions and start aligning yourself. Now that you have a plan, now that you know your priorities, in the next video, I'm going to talk about performing so that you can manage your time for success. Stay tuned.